Okay, we're moving forward. What if the problem was never lack of effort? We often in our culture and in churches in this culture and a lot of places even too, we tend to think of faith and healing and growth and success calling for us to try harder, to be more disciplined, to do it right, to follow the checklist. Somebody's got, 10 things you can do to be the best mom and 5 things to do to overcome this whatever in adversity or whatever. We're looking for a checklist, which maybe that can feel good. It can feel like I have some control over this, But when that doesn't work, we think, well, I read the books, I read the checklists, I did the things, something must be wrong with me. Instead of maybe something being wrong with the level, the angle from which we're approaching that, this perspective, the paradigm, the glasses, the lenses that we're looking at it through. So we often will try to fix it from the outside first, whether it's our environment, maybe if we just moved and we had a better situation, maybe if we changed churches and the pastor preached different, or we went to a different Sunday school class or small group, or maybe if we lived in the country instead of in town, or vice versa, and things weren't so hard. Or maybe if he changed jobs, maybe if I went out and went to work, or maybe if I stopped working and stayed home with the kids. We want to change our environment, and it sounds easy to change our behavior, and then to push ourselves to do a certain effort. But when we try to manage behavior, what we're not realizing is that the issue lives much deeper. And something to think about is, if you have been in a support group, if you have asked questions about maybe your difficult person, or maybe destructive person, or maybe you're ready to call them an abuser, but maybe you're not. And so I don't want to jump too far ahead too fast, but maybe they've said, I've done everything you've asked, and why isn't it ever enough? I can never be enough for you. It's never enough. Or you see that they are doing the things that you asked, but there's still something doesn't feel right and you don't know what it is. And maybe you've asked for help, maybe you haven't, but chances are that if that person is just managing their behavior and trying to do the right things, that they and maybe you don't realize that the issue is an outgrowth of something much deeper, like a heart issue. We talk about it sometimes. Effort fails because we can only modify our behavior for a time, but that doesn't create life. And let's see, if there's things that I want to share, but I don't want to jump ahead. But we cannot effort our way to freedom. We receive freedom, and we receive reality and truth. And then as that takes root inside of us and grows in our heart, and it shifts out some of the lies we were believing, and that becomes our new paradigm, our new higher order of thinking, starts to impact our behavior. And I promise you, in the next couple of videos or so, we're going to start getting into that some more, where we're being more specific. But like a light bulb, we need a source that has life in it. Just like the light bulb needs a source that has power to make light, we need a source that has... She walking into my tripod, the cat. Just like we need a source to, like the light bulb needs a source of power to allow it to make light, we need a source to come in us from outside of us to give us life. Most change doesn't come from doing more. It comes simply from realizing what we're already connected to. Freedom, my freedom didn't come from fixing myself, but from seeing and connecting to Source. And when I falter in my connection to Source, sometimes my freedom or my sense of peace or calm falters some. So, and that's why we need one another, is to encourage one another in that and to help each other remember. So that's all I'm going to say in this video. It's probably more than enough. And we'll be moving into some other things coming up soon. And of course, if they're already published and in the playlist, you can go ahead and watch that. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video as we move forward with this. Thank you for taking the time to join me. I don't think I said I'm Stephanie, and I help women who love Jesus find healing and freedom after the trauma of abuse or betrayal. I hope to see you soon.